Hello students, welcome to this wonderful session, Part 6, Animal Kingdom. In this we have to discuss that is subphylum Vertebrata, classes of this subphylum Vertebrata, class that is Chondriochythis, that is cartilaginous fish, Osteochythis, that is bony fish, and then in the last we have to see characteristics of that is class Amphibia. This is Part 6, Chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. In Part 5, we have discussed characters of class Cyclostomata. Is it? Cyclostomata, one of the very good example already we have discussed. That was, what was this one? That was Petromyzon. Now we have to say that is class Chondriochythis is belong to that is division Gnathostomata. You must be remembering that is division that is Gnatho. Yes, this is stomata, means here in this the jaws are present. Is it right? And of this the superclass, one of the superclass is that is known as, what is this? That superclass is that is Pisces. Is it? That one is Pisces. Pisces means fish. So we have to discuss about fish. So first we have to discuss some of the important characters of that is Pisces. So not narrated in NCERT, but you have to remember. Pisces, that is we have to see characters of fish in general. Can you tell me, any one of you, the fish found on land? Yes, there is no fish which is found on land. All are aquatic. One important point here is all are, yes, aquatic. These are, they have paired fins. Paired fins they have. Is it? Some of the fins are unpaired also. This is important character. Fins are organ of that is locomotion. You can remember respiration always by gills. Is it? Then they have that is nictitating membrane on eyes. Nictitating membrane on eyes. Is it? Eyelids are absent. Eyelids, yes, these are absent. Okay. Then important heart. Heart is two-chambered. Two-chambered heart. This is two-chambered. Is it? Important one. In Pisces we have that is two-chambered heart. Is it right? So these are some of the important characters of class Pisces. Then class Pisces is having two classes. The one class is that is Chondriochythis, known as cartilaginous fish. These are called, yes, cartilaginous fish. Cartilaginous fish these are, right? Cartilaginous fish. The endoskeleton is made up of cartilage. These are marine with a streamlined body. Very important one. Mouth is located ventral. If this is a shark, you see the mouth is located here on ventral side. Mouth is there on ventral side. Notochord is persistent throughout the life. Gill slits are separate and they do not have this operculum. The gill cover is absent. Important star questions these are. Very important one. Skin is tough and that is having minute placoid scales. Modified placoid scales, these are converted into backward directed. These are modified placoid scale. These are backward directed. The jaws are very, very powerful one. The animals are predaceous. Predators these are. They used to catch their prey. Due to absence of air bladder, again important point here, important stars, air bladder is absent. That's why they have to swim constantly to avoid sinking. See children, the fish may also sink down. Fish भी डूब जाती है पानी में यदि नहीं तैरेगी. कौन सी fish हैं? These fish are Chondriochythis. That's why they have to, that is, swim constantly, continuously, because they don't have air bladder. If the air bladder is there, then they can float on the surface of water for some time. Heart is two-chambered. One is auricle, one is that is ventricle. Right? Come to the next. In these, some of them they have electrical organs, electric wave is generated. Example, that is torpedo. Some possess have, that is poison stings. The trigon is there. You have to remember torpedo and trigon are important example. Torpedo generate electric current, and this is having, that is poison sting. They are cold-blooded, 𝕆𝕊𝕆𝕆. The body temperature, it will vary with the variation in, that is surrounding temperature. They cannot regulate their body temperature. That's why these are cold-blooded, or that is 𝕆𝕊𝕆𝕆. Sexes are separate, male, females are separate. The male is having pelvic fin which bears, that is clasper. Clasper is, that is copulatory organ present in male, copulatory, that is organ. This one is it right? Internal fertilization, and many of them are, that is viviparous. You know the meaning of viviparous? That is the young one will be born, that is the hatching of the egg will be inside the body of, that is female animal. Is it right? And some of the examples we have, one is, that is Scoliodon, also known as dogfish. Is it? You know dogfish, this is used to, that is it used to swim on surface of water, dogfish, and therefore this is known as what? It is carnivorous. Carnivorous, these are predators. It is known as carnivorous, and this carnivorous which lives on surface, it is surface feeder. You have to remember, it is surface feeder, right? And many more things are there which I have not remember. No need of that. Only this Scoliodon, that is cartilaginous fish. Then this is Pristis, sawfish. You can see sawfish, that is here. The sawfish you are seeing here, that is here. The saw-like structure is there at the anterior end of body. This is Pristis. Then this is, that is Carcharodon, that is great white shark, very important, very furious this one is. And then the trigon is there, known as stingrays, which have, that is poisonous sting is there. Is it? Come to the next now. Next class, that is Osteocythis. We may call that, these are known as, that is bony fish. That is endoskeleton is made up of bones. Both marines as well as freshwater fish, bony and the skeleton is there. Freshwater fish, you have seen aquarium. Have you seen? Remember aquarium fish. Aquarium fish we have to make like this. This is aquarium fish like this. Is it? Aquarium fish, this is mouth here, this is eye. Or the aquarium fish is like this. Yes. Which one is aquarium fish? This is aquarium fish, means this is Osteocythis. The mouth is, this is mouth. Here the mouth is ventral. This is cartilaginous fish. The body is streamlined. Mouth is terminal mouth. They have 4 pairs of gills covered by operculum. That is here the operculum is there, which covers the gills on each side. Skin is covered with, that is cyclar or desnitoid scales. Air bladder is present, which regulate buoyancy. They have not to swim constantly. Heart is 2-chambered as usual. Cold-blooded these are, and the sexes are, that is separate. Is it clear? And one more thing, few other points. Caudal fin is homocircle. Caudal fins are, that is homocircle like this. Okay. Fertilization in this, remember, sexes are separate, and the fertilization will be in water. Fertilization is, that is external fertilization. Am I right? These are oviparous. While you know, that is the cartilaginous fish may be oviparous or they may be viviparous. And the development is direct. That is, there is no, that is larval stage. Direct, that is development is there. Is it right? Now you have to see some particular examples. That is, one is, this is hippocampus. This is hippocampus, and this is cutla fish. Fertilization external, oviparous. development direct. Example, that is, as I told you, they may be in marine water. For example, this is Axocetus, flying fish, and Hippocampus, seahorse. These are found in, that is, marine water. Freshwater fish, which are edible one, labio, that is rohu, katla, that is katla, clarius. Then aquarium fishes, that is beta, that is fighting fish, and that is pterophyllum, that is angelfish. These are the example of, that is, aquarium fish. Is it right? So that was about that classes chondrochythis and osteochythis. You can see here in this case the mouth is terminal, that is terminal 1. Is it clear? Okay. Now I'll switch on to the next, that is class. Class is amphibia. As the name indicates, Greek word amphi means dual, bias means life. Amphibians, they have dual life. They can live in aquatic as well as on terrestrial habitat. They are, especially for their reproduction, for their sexual reproduction, that is, they are depending upon, that is, water. They are depending upon, that is, water. Is it right? First you have to see some important characters. That is, amphibia, that belongs to superclass. You must be remembering the chart I told you. That is, superclass is, superclass is, that is tetrapoda. Is it? Tetrapoda, Tetrapoda means that they have 2 pairs. They have 2 into 2 limbs. They have 2 pairs of limbs. 4 limbs are there. Okay. They have lungs for aerial respiration. That is, they have, that is, lungs they have for respiration. Lung for respiration. Is it right? Respiration. Then what more? That is, these are usually amphibia. That is, that some other important characters we may write. Sensory organs are adapted for reception in air. That is, vision they have, hearing as well as smelling. That they have. That is, sensory organs they have. Sensory organs they have, which can see, that is, which can, that is, hear, and even which can smell. This is important in case of amphibians. Now that is tetrapodas. Now we have to say class, that is amphibia. That is one thing I told you, important one. Most of them, they have 2 pair of limbs. Have you seen frog? Jumping frog in rainy season especially. Have you catch the frog? That is moist and slimy skin is there, and sometimes it will fill the air in the body, will become much more larger and like to pose that, don't touch me, I'm very furious one. But the frog is not furious. This is our friend, because frog used to eat, that is, insect which are harmful to us. Right? Same thing is with toad also. Toad is terrestrial one. They have 2 pairs of limb. Body is divisible into head and trunk. Very important one. The neck is absent. Neck is absent. Can you tell me, children, what the significance that the neck is absent? Because they have to jump. They have to jump. They don't walk. They have to jump on land. That's why, to prevent jerk in body, in neck, they don't have neck. Is it right? Did you get it? Important point this is. Then amphibian, that is, tail may be present in some, or that may disappear in adults. The amphibian skin is moist without scale. Scales are absent. The skin also help in, that is, respiration, cutaneous respiration. The eye have eyelids. Eye have eyelids. Nictitating membrane is there, but along with nictitating membrane, the eyelids are also present. Is it right? You see, tympanium represent the ear, right? Ears are there. And the gills are present, because presence of gill, important characters of, that is chordate. This is an chordate, this one is. But the gills, these are present in only embryonic, or that is larval stage. These are present in larval stage, but later on the gill will be substituted by that is lungs. Is it? Alimentary canal, urinary and reproductive, very important character. That is, stars is to be given to this, very important one, very important character. Alimentary canal, urinary, reproductive tract open into a common chamber known as cloaca, which open to exterior. You know, children, let this is the opening of that is rectum, right? That here are the kidney are there. The kidney, that is, they will also open here in the same, that is urinary will be passed, and reproductive organ will also, that is, this is the oviduct and this is the ovary, it will also open. So here is the common opening for alimentary canal, urinary and reproductive tract, and this common opening is called as cloaca. It has come many times. Respiration is by gills, as I told you, by lungs or through skin, right? And heart is 3-chambered. This is the heart of amphibians. That is one chamber auricle, other chamber is auricle, and there is that is ventricle. Cold-blooded, poikilothermal these are. Sexes are separate, male and female. Fertilization will be in water, external. Oviparous these are. Development is, that is indirect. You know, tadpole is that formed. Tadpole will develop. Metamorphosis will be there. It will develop into adult. Example, bufo, toad, rana, the frog, hyla, the tree frog, salamandra, and that is ichthyophis. This is very important example. Limbolans, it appears just like a snake, but it's not snake because it doesn't have characters of snake. It doesn't have scale on the body, but it doesn't have limbs. This is limbless amphibian. This is an adaptation in evolution. That is ichthyophis, right? This is salamandra, and this is your, that is everyone is acquainted with this. That is, this is rana, or that is frog. So we have to go back little bit. Very important topic this one is. We have to summarize. That is, yes, see it now. This is gnathostomata, I told you. That is, this is ZAs are present. Superclass Pisces characters, you have to recall it. That is, all are aquatic, paired fins and the unpaired fins are present, right? Fins are present. Respiration is by gills. Nictitating membrane, that is present. Eyelid may be absent in, that is, fish की हम बात कर रहे हैं, Pisces की बात कर रहे हैं. Heart is 2-chambered, and now in fish, one is chondriochythis, that is cartilaginous fish. Is it right? Mouth is located ventrally. Notochord is persistent. Gill slits are separate without operculum. Operculum, the lid is absent. Skin is tough, containing placoid scale. Is it? Then, due to absence of air bladder, important one is important. That is, they have to swim continuously, constantly to avoid sinking. The heart is 2-chambered in case of cartilaginous fish. The mouth is on ventral side. Here also ventral side. And some of these, they generate electric current. Electric organs they have, torpedo. Some possess that is poison sting. All these are poikilothermal, cannot regulate body temperature. Sexes are separate, and fertilization, that is internal fertilization is there, and many of them are, that is viviparous. Is it clear? Example I told you. Osteochithis, bony fish. Skeleton is made up of, that is bones, bony, endoskeleton. Streamlined body is there. Mouth is terminal, very important point. This is a star that requires stars here. This much of star. Have 4 pair of gills, and the gills are covered with operculum. Again important point, operculum. Skin have cycloid, or that is noid scale. Air bladder is present, which regulate. That is, the question came, that is bony fish, they have air bladder, and that's why they cannot sink in water. They have not to swim constantly. This is right statement. Heart is 2-chambered. They have cold-blooded animals. These are, sexes are separate. Development is direct. Fertilization is external. oviparous these are. Is it right? These are, that is some of the example of, that is this Osteocythis bony fish. Mouth is terminal. Example, hippocampus, this one is, that is seahorse, exclusively marine these are. Then freshwater aquarium fish, that is labio is there, 𝕆𝕆𝕋𝕍𝔼 is there, and the aquarium fish, that these are the fish used for food, and aquarium fish are, that is beta and that is pterophyla, angelfish. Is it right? Okay, come to the next now. Amphibia. Yes, can you repeat? Important characters. Superclass Tetrapoda. What are the characters of Tetrapoda? That they have 4 pods, 4 legs, 2 pairs of limbs are there. Respiration is by lung. Reproduction, for reproduction they are depending upon water. They are depending upon water. Is it right? Therefore known as amphibia. Greek word amphi means dual, bios means life. They can live on land as well as in water. Most of them, they have 2 pairs of limbs. Body is divisible into head and trunk. Tail may be present in some. Amphibian skin is moist, which helps in, that is without scale this is, and this moist skin that help in, that is respiration. The eyes is with eyelids. Tympanum, that is represent the ear. And very important point here is, that is, what is this? Cloaca. Cloaca is opening, common opening for, yes, this is alimentary canal. These are the kidneys, and this one, this one is ovary. That is alimentary canal. Yes, urinary structures, ureters, and reproductive tract, all they open in one. The opening is known as cloaca. Respiration is by gills and the lungs, and that is through skin. Is it right? Very, very important one this is. The question which had come in examination, which is the most important one here. Why the neck is absent? Can you give answer of this question? That is, neck is present or absent, you know. Neck is absent in amphibians. Then what's the significance of this? The significance of this, that is, because they have to jump, so just to avoid jerk in, that is neck is completely absent. The body is divisible only in 2 parts, that is head and trunk. Okay, then some of the examples we have here. Heart is 3-chambered, you know, 3-chambered, 2 auricles, and 1 is ventricle. Auricles will open, that is into ventricle, and the ventricle that will open outside, this is known as truncus arteriosus, that is a common opening is there. And you see here in this, that is deoxygenated blood will come, here the oxygenated blood will come, and here the both blood will get mixed. The body will get the supply, which is a mixed blood will be pumped to the body by heart, and this is known as, you know, it is called truncus arteriosus. In other chapter you have to remember this thing. The ventricle is there. The wall of the ventricle, you know, these are very thick because they have to pump blood to the body, that is whole body. Auricles wall are comparatively thinner because they have to pump blood only to the nearby chamber, that is ventricle. Is it clear? So heart is 3-chambered, you have to remember. Cold-blooded, you know, cold-blooded, that is Pisces are cold-blooded, amphibians are cold-blooded, even reptiles are cold-blooded. These are cold. And on other side, yes, on other side if you see that the birds and the mammals, these are, yes, birds and mammals, these are, that is warm-blooded. These are, you have to remember. Warm-blooded means they can, that is, their body temperature doesn't change with the change in surrounding temperature. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is external. You know the meaning of this? That this is, that is, that this is female frog, right? This is the tympanic membrane. This is the nictitating membrane. This is the eyelid. This is eyelid. This one is nictitating membrane. nictitating membrane, but it is inside the water, it can see that time. And they say that is tympanic membrane. What is this? Tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane means that is the ear, that is which will function for hearing, right? The four legs, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. The hind legs, these are Z-shaped one, which makes that is they can jump. They can jump. That they used to move by jumping. Is it? The skin is moist, you know, moist skin. Doesn't the scales are absent. In this also, this seems to be a lizard, but it's not lizard, because in the body of lizard the scales are there. That is, this is salamandra. In here the tail is absent in adult. Here the tail is present in salamandra. Is it? You have to remember these things. Okay. That is one more is there. That is 𝕃𝕆𝕊. It's just like snake, similar to snake. This is, but it's not snake, because it doesn't have characters of reptiles. It has characters of, that is, amphibians. Is it right, children? Yes. This is part. This part of chapter number 4, that is animal kingdom. Now 2 more parts are left. We have to discuss this in time to come. Thank you.